based on Narcos, people expect that I do cocaine and drugs. Based on cultural reasons and people like Shakira, people expect me to know how to dance. Colombian. First of all, I never even had this notion about Colombians. Like, I think it's wrong to even first have any like preconceived notions about people. It kind of relates to how people expect you to have coronavirus because you're Asian. A big part of racism is just what people conceive other people to be because of media and popular culture. Even though 90% of people, even 99% of people are not actually like that. People think that these types of comments may be okay because that's what they see in their everyday lives when they check their phones and they check their laptops. But it's wrong to generalize, and it's very, very wrong to judge people based on the actions of one certain person in that population. Like, what the heck? A big no no. Yeah.
Venezuela. Ah, yes, I've heard of it. That's a country that's messed up right now, right? Good thing you left. You're way better here in Europe, or something along those lines. There was a time that I was embarrassed to say I came from Venezuela because most people would assume I'm happier living in Germany or in any other place away from home. Venezuela. I can relate to some level, but also not. Don't think it's racist. Think whoever said this comment was genuinely maybe concerned on the country's situation. Same thing it was for me back home in Sudan. There was a time where the government was in a bad situation and people were having chaos outside, and so I can understand where people would say it was unsafe. I didn't live there. I was in Saudi Arabia, so people there would tell me that better you're here, you don't have to experience that kind of stuff. So I think it came from a place of worry. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't tell people I was from Sudan because I was proud, wore it on my sleeve. It was not just my battle, but my family's. So it definitely affected me in a way, but don't think it's more of race. I think it's just a country's government standpoint, or, yeah, what they're going through.
Most noticeably, when I was working in a hospital and a coworker mentioned to another coworker the man of color she had just treated surprisingly did not smell bad despite his dark skin color. German. This kind of things just leave me speechless. I don't know what to say about this. I don't know how people relate the color of his skin to the nature of the person and how can a colored person smell bad. I myself am Indian and I'm brown, and I can understand what a person feels when he or she needs to hear such kind of comments. I do understand that this thing is still out there in the world that white people are are better, are clean. These racial comments, I really think that this is super racist.
There was a time policemen in Hauptenhof assumed I was homeless. I was a homeless person trying to sleep in there. Meanwhile, I was only waiting for a not so surprisingly late ICE train. I had everything it had everything to do with the color of my skin. I refused to prove to them my travel plans because it was uncalled for, but finally decided to after they escorted me out. They told me I was wasting their time, like I asked to be in that situation. They never even apologized. This is one of many. Ethiopian. I think it hurts me a little bit when I read because it could have been any one of us that would assume everything, right? I feel that as humans, we tend to judge any situation. We tend to speak before we think. And I think we tend to evaluate people and judge people before we know them. And it's surprising. It's not surprising in a way that is shocking. That it's kind of like we don't learn, because I feel that you know, if the policeman would just have asked, "Hey, are you okay?" He was lying down, right? So, "Hey, are you okay?" Or, "Do you need anything?" You know, stuff, simple stuff like that could have been just avoided by being polite and, you know, asking questions before acting, you know.
Have you ever experienced anything like this?
No. From the top of my head, I never experienced something like that. Personally, not. I also have not heard stories, but it's also a term of ethnicity too that people really don't talk about. But for example, I have heard stories of Latinos like me that are being mistreated in countries in Europe because we're seen as poor and, you know, just being mistreated because of our ethnicity. Yeah, I don't know what to say anymore. I'm kind of shocked.
This could be you.